I know we're not wearing suits and pointy, shiny shoes, but like, it's still work. Let's be professional. This is not the bar. The swearing, the belittling of people. Bring me that pen and paper. What is BIM software? We're not going to measure that way. In my day, we use a ruler and whatever. This video is going to generalize and say millennials, but it's really just young people. It could range from Gen X to whatever. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nothando and I make videos on construction, lifestyle and travel. I don't know about you, but I have noticed a pattern within the construction industry. And I can't really speak for the consulting field, but in contracting, a lot of millennials are not staying in the industry. A lot of millennials are not retainable. A lot of them have different end goals, to be really honest with you. So last year, I decided to ask a few of my friends who are in the industry whether or not they see themselves lasting in the industry. And a lot of them said like, no. And I asked why, and I got a few reasons. This also prompted me to do a bit more research to figure out if there's anybody out there who's also feeling the same way. What is the problem? What is wrong with construction, specifically on sites? I'm not really sure about consulting, as I mentioned in my intro. But yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, money had actually two opposite reasons. The one group is like they were being underpaid. And given that when you're about to study construction, you are sold this dream of being super rich, and then ending up in it and not getting the money, you're just like, hold on, somebody lied. So those ones are like, I'm not getting paid enough and this is why I did this course. So the money's not matching up with my expectations. The other group is like getting the money, but they feel like the stress to get this money, the time to get this money, the environment to get the money that they're getting is not worth it for them. And the reason behind this, according to studies, is that millennials predominantly seek stimulation, growth potential, a sense of community, and they feel like the construction industry, specifically being on site, does not give you this. They just feel like it's a repetitive cycle of this reports, this reports making money, and that's it. You can't pay them enough to either keep them or the other ones feel like they're not being paid enough according to their expectations. The construction culture is poorly defined, and in millennial terms, it is toxic. A lot of millennials feel like the construction industry is quite toxic. First of all, stems from the fakeness of transformation that comes with the construction industry. So sometimes you find yourself working hard, but you're working hard for the sake of it when there are other ways to work smart and get like probably more effective results. Yeah, working hard versus effective working, or working hard for no specific reason. Unprofessional language and non-conformance. As somebody who's been on site, I have witnessed this. I see a lot of swearing, a lot of shouting. It's unhealthy. It's unhealthy, and I can only speak from a construction perspective. I've never been in a different industry. I mean, I'm in construction, so I don't know how other environments are. I don't know if people can just swear and shout at you like it's fine. So it's unprofessional. And after going to school and learning all these things about professional language, professional email writing, professional drafting of letters, and how an email is done, and then you get to an environment that just throws all of that away, and then it's just acceptable to swear at somebody or like shout at somebody for not doing it's like a culture shock for a lot of millennials. I remember when I first started working, I had written an email, just an internal email, and I said kind regards. And yeah, the person received the email, but when I saw them in person, they made a joke about it, like, oh, who still says kind regards? And I was just like, huh? Sorry? Common courtesy? I don't know. It's still a professional setup. Yeah, I know we're not wearing suits and pointy, shiny shoes, but like, it's still work. Let's be professional. This is not the bar. So I relate to this point. Construction, especially on sites, is generally male dominated. Yes, that is. And the conditions sometimes of the bathrooms, just not having, let's say, a bin specifically for sanitary stuff. But the sites are not very transformative to, let's say, accommodate the women that are there. Also the language that's there, the harassment, there's still so much of that on construction sites, and people are just like glossing over it like it's non-existent. So there's a resistance to the change, and I think the people who are fighting are still the minority, like women or whatever, where the change men should also kind of make the change in their minds. Because, no, you need to be a bit more considerate. You're working with women. If you leave the bathroom, like, make it, I don't know if it's fine for guys to, like, pee that way, but consider everybody. I don't, yeah. I felt this point as well. And then there's also like this fake transformation, but yeah, we need more young people to come in, and we want you guys to bring the fresh ideas. How can we make this better? And as soon as you pitch those ideas, it's like, no, go away here with your ideas. This is how we've done it. This is how it's always going to be done. Why are you trying to come here? You know nothing. This is how we did it. Bring me that pen and paper. What is BIM software? We're not going to measure that way. In my day, we use a ruler and whatever to measure. This is not a true story. This is not my story, but I'm just saying. They pretend like they want the change, but when the change is there, it's like, no. Don't waste our time. We need to get on with it. Yeah, millennials are always seen as, oh, the sad generation. Oh, you need to be patting your back. But construction is so high pressure that even from day zero when a project starts, you are already putting out fires. There's so much to be done. We're already behind for some reason. Like, we're already behind. There's already a problem with something. There's already an issue that there was a rock that wasn't accounted for in the foundation, or we started building on a gravesite. We didn't even know. Okay, so I'm actually, that's a bit morbid. But there's always like a problem. So you hit the ground sprinting, that even when you're starting to do good work, there's so many other problems around you that you might not feel recognized. It's like, oh, like what you're doing is like, doesn't matter, so what? As a QS, oh, you say, doesn't matter, there's bigger problems, we're losing whatever. So constantly feeling like that for years and years and years of working, you might start feeling like, what is the point of me like doing this? Like, there's no sense of fulfillment, there's no sense of purpose, there's no sense of growth, because you're constantly putting out a fire some way, somehow. A simple thumbs up, a simple thank you, a simple well done would go a long way, but it's hard to get that in construction. And the last point is information regarding career growth is very, very, very scarce or limited. Let me say limited. I feel like I'm not saying that word right. Is very limited, and I can see this by the number of people who don't know where to look for a mentor. And this predominantly from a site perspective. The people in the positions to help you grow in this career are predominantly so stretched out that they're working on 4 or 5 different projects, and they don't have the time to, number one, sit with you and guide you through you now, let's say, being in their position when they go further up. And that's probably because construction is always trying to squeeze profits here and there. So they won't have a lot of project managers in a company. Probably have one project manager working 2 different sites. And if you're coming in and you're ready to absorb all of this growth, they just don't have the time for you. And a lot of young people get tired of just waiting. It's just like, I'm waiting to be fed. And it's like, what do I do? And as much as you're told to be eager, ask questions, sometimes a person literally cannot sit down and be with you and talk you through certain things because they're so stretched out. So a lot of young people are just like, I don't know, man. Is it me? Let me just find something else to stimulate my growth. Like, it is what it is. Yeah, that's how it is. But yeah, I hope that you found this video insightful. And if you are a millennial, let me know down in the comments if you are planning to stay forever, what your plans are, have you gotten guidance, what tips do you have for up and coming graduates. I would like to hear it all, please. Thank you. Bye. See you later in another video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.